Hello and welcome back to my channel. Here we awaken, inspire, motivate, and heal. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and subscribe. So let's get started. Today I am talking about how to be happy. A lot of people don't really understand that they truly are the master over their emotions. A lot of people use excuses, blame others, or just expect other people to make them happy, as if it's other people's duty, other people's responsibility as their significant other or their friend or just anybody in their life, acting like other people have to make them happy, and that is not the case at all. In order to be happy, happiness is cultivated from within. You have to decide, look, I can't control everything that always happens to me. I can't. But I can control my perception of the situation, the way I view the world, and how I'm going to choose to feel today. Because that's the secret. You cannot control the world. You can't. There is so much shit that's going on in the world that's fucked up. It's wrong. There's every reason in the world to be depressed, anxious, have all sorts of negative feelings, but let's not focus on those. I'm not saying bottle them. If you're having feelings, it's very important to feel those feelings fully and cry them out. Yes, I said cry them out. Don't just talk them out. Feelings are released through your tears. Crying is important. We cry for a reason. Please cry. Because otherwise you're going to be carrying those feelings around and hurting people who didn't hurt you, because hurt people hurt people. So let's get that out of the way. How to be happy. Now, I already spoke a little bit about perception. This is very important. Every single aspect of every single everything is like a coin. There's the positive side and the negative side, the glass half full, glass half empty. There's always a perception of the way you can look at things, with plays on words and different. Not really sure how I'm just not saying this correctly, but okay, you are the master of your world. Considering the law of vibration, law of attraction, your perception dictates how the universe is going to work with you. Is it going to work in your favor, or is it going to work against you and you didn't mean to put that out that way, but it's going to come back? Like, if you are constantly talking or complaining about anything, I'm always late for work, I can never find my keys, I blah blah blah, I hit every red light, you're gonna hit every red light and you're gonna lose your keys. And you speak existence into reality. What you are saying manifests. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? So it's very important that when you consciously can decide how you look at things, how you talk about things, how you speak about things, it's very important that you consciously decide to put the best foot forward. Okay? Again, I'm not saying you can't have depressive episodes. I have major depressive disorder. I am saying you have to take that step and decide, you know what, I am going to look on the bright side today. I am going to look on the bright side tomorrow and hopefully all of this week, because I would like a better next month. I would like things to start going better for me. I would like to feel better with the cells in your body. I mentioned law of vibration, law of attraction. If you are not familiar with that, go watch The Secret. The movie is incredible. I have not read the book, but I have watched the movie. I've researched a bunch into it. I have also taken more of a spiritual approach on understanding what all of that means, so I can explain it to you. Basically, everything is energy. We learned this in 8th grade or something. I don't know. Science class, middle school, somewhere around that point, when we all kind of sat there and looked at each other confused when they said that the table is energy. And we're just like, what? I didn't understand this until 10 years later after hearing that. But everything is vibrating at its own frequency. That includes everything. I mean, everything. And water is susceptible to change to any of those frequencies. Like if you speak to your water will change frequencies and it will change how you feel when you drink it. It's pretty amazing, actually. I wrote a blog about this. It's on my website. So your cells are vibrating at a frequency, but it's not the same frequency because there's millions and millions of humans with millions and millions of different things that they're attracting into their life, millions and millions of different feelings, and no, each feeling has a different vibration. So if you're feeling joy and happiness and abundance and clarity and vitality, you're going to feel lighter, you're going to feel incredible. The cells of your body are actually vibrate higher, and you can kind of feel them if you're paying attention. It's almost like you put icy hot over your entire body, but it's not that intense. It's very mild, but it's a good massaging feeling when your cells are in a good mood. Now, if you're feeling despair, dread, jealousy, envy, regret, all of these lower vibrational feelings, your body feels like shit. Okay, it does, because your cells are vibrating lower, and well, then your mentality automatically kind of links up with that, and you're thinking pessimistically, and in return, you feel more like shit. When they say thoughts create things, yes, your thoughts do end up creating the things that are manifested into your life, but there's a couple spots in the middle of that people, I guess, miss, because that's just the start and the end. And that missing part is how you're feeling. What you're saying dictates how you're feeling in the frequency that your cells are vibrating at. So at that point, that dictates what is being manifested into your life, which is fabulous, because once you understand that, then you can understand the power of feeling better. Meditation. A lot of people might not really understand the benefits of meditation, but basically it teaches you how to quiet your mind. Yes, you can shut your brain off to the point where you are not thinking anything, or when you have a thought, it just floats by like a cloud. You don't attach to it. You don't think any thoughts off of it. You don't start analyzing or freaking out and thinking. You just let that thought go, and let me tell you, nobody likes headaches. Okay? Nobody likes headaches, which is the opposite of that. Your brain can't stop thinking to the point where it's hurting, but your brain feels amazing when it's silent. Whew. It's nice. Okay? If you haven't figured out how to meditate, I would recommend you listening to Abraham Hicks. Okay, if you want to meditate the traditional spiritual way, read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. He explains how to shut off your mind, how to get your mind just silenced. Abraham Hicks is more of a way to approach meditation from not the spiritual standpoint, but from a normal person standpoint, because she talks you into feeling good. She specifically says things that just click and just makes you relax into your body and makes you feel incredible. So she thinks your way into relaxation to that point, basically. So yes, Eckhart Tolle, if you want to go the traditional spiritual route, also if you are on a twin flame journey, because there's polarization and all sorts of stuff that happens for your benefit when you can calm your mind, shut off your brain, just calm down, relax, and not overthink everything. That's traditional spiritualism, the traditional spiritual journey. Versus if you're just trying to relax, you're just a normal human, you don't really, I'm not saying normal humans aren't into spirituality, but you know what I'm saying. You just want to relax. Like, you're not trying to go the traditional spiritual route, or you just want to quiet your mind, right? So meditation is huge. It is huge. Okay, I can't stress that enough. But okay, I do feel like I got enough out of that topic, so give me a sec. I made notes. Please excuse my notes. I am not one of those perfect YouTubers that just are very good with videos. Maybe I will eventually when I get more practice, but okay. It's important to learn who you are as a person to be able to know what makes you happy. Like, what do you like to do? What kind of hobbies do you have? What kind of stuff do you enjoy? Like, what just lights you up and makes you feel like a kid again? There's got to be, I'm telling you, if you don't know what your passions are, you have them. You just have to dig deep and find them. And you really are probably depressed and have kind of lost the meaning of life if you don't have something that you enjoy doing. The world is going to put so much on you that you don't want to fucking do. But what keeps you going is the things that you do want to do, that you get to do at the end of the day, or that you do right before, right when you wake up. If you wake up early, so like before work, that you do for yourself first. Like what fills your cup? It's very important to figure out what makes you happy, because you are going to be happier when you are more in tune with yourself and you don't look for answers from others. Look within yourself, because you have all of the answers, I promise you. Here's a tip I have. I am not employee material, and when I say that, I don't mean I'm like super irresponsible or lazy, or no. I mean, I at heart, if you've read Rich Dad Poor Dad and Cash Flow Quadrant, I recommend both of those. I do not fall in the E category. Okay, I've forced myself in the E category many times, but I hate it there. I am either S, self-employed, or investor. Big business, but I don't know, who knows one day. But the point is, I suck when it comes to going to work and just not feeling suicidal, I guess I want to say. I am not made to work for somebody else. I am not made to exchange my time to build someone else's dream. I am not. My brain will start eating itself alive thinking, why am I right here? Not why am I here on Earth. I know why I'm here on Earth. Why am I in this fucking building? Building this, making how much fucking money today? Like, what the fuck? I would just get super upset to the point where I'm pissed or like in tears or like just crying at work has been very common for me, because as a star seed, you understand that you have that purpose, you have that drive, you're meant to do something here. You're meant to help people. You're not meant to build things or to help somebody with some little fucking minute fucking stupid little task. Like, no. You are meant to grow and thrive and bloom and fucking be celebrated, okay? Because star seeds, there's so much that we have to offer the world, so much we have to offer the planet. Anyway, before I ramble too much about that, I do a lot of rambling. I had a system. I hacked the system for how to go to work and be happy as fuck, to the point where people are like, who the fuck is this bitch? Like, why is she acting like king shit over here? Like, I used to get up, work out, like at the gym or at home, and then go to work. And I was always feeling fan-fucking-tastic, because if I didn't pour into my own cup, I was gonna ruin the mood of everybody in that fucking building every single fucking time. No, I had to pour so much into myself, and music was one of my things. It was one of my tips. It was one of my tricks. It worked so fucking well. It was so fucking fantastic. I had jobs where I would either listen to headphones while I was working. I had, I think, one job that was in the public, and it was awful. It was Dairy Queen, and all the stuff was outdated. I don't want to go too much off the topic again. I have ADHD, and it's unmedicated, and no, I will not take any of that shit anymore. So, okay, let's get back. All the other jobs I've had have been not in the public eye. No, I'm not exactly the person to be in the public eye, because I'll just start arguing with people because I just disagree with everybody about everything, and I cannot stand rude people and rude customers, and I will fucking flip the fuck out. So, I would do a lot of manufacturing, pretty much a lot of packing shit, packing plastics, packing sandwiches, packing pizzas, packing all sorts of shit, packing and making stuff like assembly lines and stuff like that behind the scenes, where I could zone in on what I'm doing, same repetitive shit. I could shut off my brain so it's not eating itself. And my trick was music, because music, I've been so in tune with music my entire life. So music, when I listen to music, I get in the vibe. It changes the frequency of my cells. I get feeling so good. So I had jobs where I'd either listen with headphones in, or you weren't supposed to have headphones in, and I would hide headphones. Or even on the days where I would choose not to listen to music, I would still be singing the song that's in my head, not like physically out loud, but like lip singing, basically, because it's stuck in my head. And I could go from having this song stuck in my head to this song stuck in my head to this song stuck in my head to 74 songs next to each other stuck in my head for like 15 minutes at a time without even listening to a single song. Like, my brain just music, 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 music all the time. I swear I hear music that other people are hearing, because I'm like very connected and spiritual and connected to other people. And I swear people be hearing music and I can hear it, and I'm like, who do I know that's listening to the song? Because I can physically hear it. It's crazy. But anyway, it's deep spiritual stuff. But this was my tip and my trick. People could not tell if I had headphones in. Like, if they didn't see my ears, if I had a hat on, they're like, is she listening to music today? Like, guess. Because I'm acting the same way whether I do or I don't. I'm smiling, my vibes are up, I'm vibing. Like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. And something else that helped me at work, being in production. See, I don't have a lot of tips when it comes to helping work when you work in the public eye and you're like doing stuff where you're working with people all the time. That's dealing with other people's vibes, and other people are constantly all up in your energy, and I don't like that shit. I really don't have tips to help for that because I suck at that. But when it comes to manufacturing, being behind the scenes, oh my god, if you can compete with yourself, if you can start going, I want to be better today than I was yesterday, if I want to just get better at this, if I want to feel better, I'm just gonna keep myself really, really fucking busy. Like, I'm just gonna keep getting better. I'm just gonna be like, see if I can do this faster. See if I can do a new twist. See if I can do something that nobody's ever done before. Like, I want to raise. I did a lot of that. A lot of competing with myself. A lot of that. A lot of racing myself or other people that wanted to race, because if they didn't want to race, I'm not going to do that. They would get really depressed most of the time just looking at me, just because of the fact that my brain would eat itself and I would decide to shut off my brain and just speed up. Like, people would get really bad jealous because I was overachieving. You're the overachiever. And it's like, yeah, I'm not meant to be here. Okay? Like, I'm meant to be on planet Earth. I'm not meant to be in this room. Like, I have to get my mind to shut up. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to speed up, because the only thing that's getting me by is that raise that I'm going to get. Because otherwise, why am I sitting here? Like, so competing with yourself is a big one to make yourself happy at work. If you have the repetitive job where you're doing it so many times where you're just going to get better, put that on, like, just magnetize that, because that's a tip for me that has always fucking helped when it comes to work, is just compete with yourself and get better racing yourself. I used to do all sorts of stuff that people would either be jealous of, they'd be inspired or motivated by it. Yeah, it was pretty much either one or the other. It was like, this chick is mad inspiring. Like, I'm just gonna look at her when I'm feeling depressed because she makes me feel better, or I fucking hate that bitch. Like, why is she so happy all the time, and why is she so good at that? Like, it was one or the other, pretty much. So that's my happy at work tips. Or, well, I was gonna say music falls into the happy at work, but I suppose it doesn't. It does majorly help with work, though. At least it did for me. But music also helps at any given point. If I'm just feeling put on music and suddenly I'm feeling incredible, and can nobody step on my vibe. So that's the work. Let's see. Okay, I have one last tip. That this seems to help me a lot. So I already mentioned Abraham Hicks. Her Rampage videos on YouTube are incredible. Like, they are incredible. And there is no single account that I can just give you to say, oh, look up. Like, I forgot what the name of her original account is, but she does a lot of seminars, and people will, like, voice record her at her seminars and then put, like, their own backgrounds on the music, and it's everywhere on YouTube. So I'm assuming she gives people permission to do that. So if you just go, search in YouTube Abraham Hicks Rampage videos, or just Abraham Hicks videos, but those are more like her talking and explaining the process to you, where the Rampage videos are her specifically saying things that are of higher vibration of the last thing she said. So as she slowly tweaks what she's saying, you're slowly feeling better and better until you're like floating and you're like, wow, I feel like I'm high and I'm sober, like, because you're just feeling that fucking good. I love those. I will specifically smoke some fucking weed and take a shower and listen to Abraham Hicks, because that is, whew, it's good. It's awesome. It makes me feel fantastic, and I love doing it. So that is my tips for you. I hope this has helped you when it comes to how to be happy, because truly you have every single reason to be happy. You are worthy of happiness. You are worthy of feeling good today and every goddamn fucking day. Again, that does not mean shove your feelings down. Don't shove them in a box. Don't shove them away, because they will come out in the worst possible fucking ways. Pain demands to be felt. So if you feel it, you better feel that shit and let it go. But give yourself permission to be fucking happy, because if you don't have a reason to be depressed and cry something out, whether it's a thought, a person, a place, a situation, some sort of PTSD episode, if you don't have something to cry out and get over it, don't just allow yourself to be depressed, okay? Because that, oh my gosh, your mind, if you're thinking negatively and depressively, it's like quicksand when it comes to just, it just gets worse, and then you're sucked down into feeling like shit and manifesting more situations that are going to make you feel like shit. Like the next day, the next week, the next month. Like, stop, no, bad. Think about something that's going to make you feel good, because every single human being on the planet, I don't care what kind of mental things that you are dealing with, everybody has their own fucked up shit that they're dealing with. I've gone through all sorts of fucking shit that I haven't talked about yet, that a lot of people would be like, wow, how the fuck are you still standing here and not ripping your own hair out and all this shit? I have been through some shit, and I have some mental problems, but I'm getting over it. And I let them pass. They have their phases, and then I'm back, because you know what? That's not an excuse. I'm not going to use it as an excuse to feel like shit, because that sucks. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, do you like feeling like shit? Because I don't like feeling like shit. I don't fucking like it at all. I'm to the point where if people are feeling like shit around me, I will, as an empath, I will absorb their energy and accidentally feel the same way they're feeling, and that is stupid. So if I look like that fucking bitch, because if someone is doing something to make them feel like shit, I'm over here saying the exact opposite shit. I am powerful, I'm abundant, I am graceful, I am happy, I am all sorts of, just, I will go on and on and on. I'll write in notebooks just all these things that I want to manifest, that I want to feel, that I want to embody, that I want to be. We are on planet Earth, and you will die, okay? You don't get out alive, okay? Nobody gets out alive, okay? Yes, I believe in reincarnation. I know one of my past lives. But that doesn't mean that you want to just be miserable lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Like, what the fuck? Like, we are all capable. Even people, again, with mental illnesses are capable of feeling absolutely fucking fabulous at times. You are capable of that. You are a human being, and the cells of your body are absolutely fucking incredible. And the water you drink, you can talk to that and make you feel absolutely fucking incredible. We are living on a planet that is so fucking amazing, and every single fucking thing in this world is trying to tell you that it's not. Okay? The devil runs the earth, okay? That's a whole other spiritual aspect thing that I do not want to get into in this video. But the media is not there to help you. Different people that criticize you are not there to, they're not trying to help you unless it's constructive criticism, otherwise you're just being a dick. Everything in the world is trying to tell you why you should feel like shit, why you should this, why you should that, why, because I don't want to go off on a bunch of conspiracy theories because I am very passionate about this stuff and I will blow a lid. But they don't want you to learn the full extent of your power. They don't want you to learn. That's why we don't learn any of it in school. They don't want you to fucking learn it. They want to suppress it. They want you to eat a shit ton of junk foods, which brings down your vibration, makes you feel like shit. I love sugar. Being a sugar addict most of my entire life, oh, I love it. I can't get enough of it. I'll shove my face with it. I'll eat that entire fucking pie. And I fucking love it. And then I don't. And then I really fucking don't. Because I am also sugar intolerant. Or maybe I'm not sugar intolerant. That's a self-diagnosis from my own research. My whole life of being addicted to sugar and always feeling a certain way when I eat it. I haven't spoken to a doctor about this. Maybe it's just my spiritual abilities and I can feel how different things impact my body when I eat them. But, oh my God. Okay? Like, I will literally be fucking crying because my body, it feels like I can't digest it, or I'm feeling like absolute fucking shit now because I ate it. Like, there is different foods. You eat different foods and it specifically makes you feel like shit. Okay? And it keeps your third eye closed. And then there's movies and TV shows and all sorts of shit that people consume that's just feeding the fucking lie. Like, no. No. Fucking no. Oh my gosh, my throat chakra is opening and I like that because I have a lot to say. I've always had a lot to fucking say. A lot of internal knowledge, a lot of ancestral knowledge, past life knowledge, a lot of fucking knowledge that I have to say, but people have shamed me into shutting up. And you know what? I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. People try to make me feel bad for talking about stuff. Yes. I could pretty much argue about all sorts of shit to any single person. I like to stay quiet. If I'm going out in public, I'm probably going to be quiet and just either ignore you because I am one of the very select few that can feel your vibrational. I can look at somebody and see how they're feeling and partially what they're thinking. Like in that moment, or if they look at me, I know their thoughts directed towards me when they look at me. I don't know how to explain it. I am so in tune with how other people's vibes and emotions and everything that I can read people like a fucking book everywhere I fucking go. And it's actually really fucking annoying. So if I do not acknowledge your presence, it doesn't mean that I'm trying to be a bitch, I'm trying to be a cunt, I'm trying to act better than you. No, it means I am just trying to be in my own space and not take on the vibes, emotions, feelings, thoughts of everybody around me because, ooh, it's overwhelming, it's ucky, I want to just, oh, no. So I started ignoring people. I literally start being like dead ass where I'm going and I just don't look at anybody. But if I do, I'm probably going to politely smile and be like, yeah, because I don't want to argue with every single fucking person on the face of this planet every single goddamn fucking day. But I could because I'm a starseed. Like, I'm an alien. I have a different perspective on the world. Unless I'm speaking to another starseed, you are never going to understand what the fuck I'm saying half the time. And I will beat it in the ground and try to convince people for realize they were never meant to understand. They were never meant to understand. Like, their third eye is closed and they are never meant to understand what I'm saying. So I'm learning to just pick my battles. Sorry, just got a little off topic, but that's fine. Yes, pick your battles, okay? Because when it comes to how you feel, it's not what the world has told you. It's not. It's fucking not. Okay? And if somebody comments on my shit talking about how the world is not how I say it is, or I've been taught this, I've been taught that, I'm either going to argue with the death to you, or I'm going to ignore you because I don't feel like arguing to the death with you. Like, we are so much more fucking powerful than they will ever tell us. They will never, ever tell you the full extent of your power. No, only you can do that. You can go through meditations and all sorts of stuff, get in contact with your angels, and have a deeper connection to source. I don't care if you call it God, I don't care what you call it. There is something. And everybody has got a hint of that, or a taste that there is something bigger, even if they don't know what it is or what to call it or what exactly. I do believe in God. I very much believe in God. I do not believe in the God that is in the Bible. I don't believe in the God that they talk about. I believe that is something else that they twisted into weird words and put in a book, and then they talk about in church and try to siphon the weird words. Like, I have found out so much more about God from going within in myself on my own spiritual journey to figure out, holy shit, there is a God. But holy shit, it's not like that. It's more like this. But that's my own personal stuff. And maybe I'll make another video about that. But anyway, perception is everything. If you say you can't, then you can't, because your brain is automatically going to be cutting off all receptors for the possibilities and all this stuff. You are the master of your destiny. You are the master of what happens to you, and you are in charge of how you feel. Do not let other people decide how you're going to feel, because if it was up to other people, you'd probably feel like shit, because then they would feel better about themselves. Okay? I'm here to tell you, you deserve to feel good. You do. You deserve to feel good today, tomorrow, and every other goddamn fucking day of the week. Fuck. Okay. Well, maybe that's enough for this first video. Especially because I veered off track there a little bit. But I hope you found this useful. As a starseed, follow me and we'd probably have a lot to talk about. Otherwise, if you are not a starseed, that is fine. I have plenty of knowledge when it comes to how to make yourself happy and all sorts of other nice stuff that we could talk about that just makes me happier to be alive than pretty much majority of the population. So I am also an INFJ personality, so that also makes my intake a little interesting. But yes, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you found this video helpful, or if you didn't, I guess, but I do not accept criticism, okay? Only constructive. If it's not constructive, then you're not trying to help, you're just being a douche, and I'm gonna delete it. So that is it for this video. Yeah, I really hope you found use in it, and I will see you guys next time.